Raise your hand if your brain currently feels like a web browser with 700 tabs open. Half of them are frozen, and loud music is playing from somewhere you can't find. Yeah, that's what I thought. We live in a culture obsessed with hustle, optimization, and squeezing every ounce of productivity out of every single second. We are told that if we aren't doing something, we are falling behind. But here is the massive, counterintuitive secret that the most successful people already know. This constant motion isn't making you productive, it's making you overheat. Think of your brain like a high-performance sports car engine. If you run it at maximum revs, redlining it 24/7 without ever letting it idle or cool down, what happens? It doesn't go faster, it blows a gasket. That burnout you're feeling, that brain fog, that's your mental engine smoking. I'm Willow, and welcome to the Modern Survival Guide. Today, we're going to prove that the ultimate productivity hack isn't a new app, a faster workflow, or drinking more coffee. It's something terrifyingly simple. It's the art of strategically doing absolutely nothing. And stick around until the end, because I'm going to reveal why the white space in your day is actually where your biggest breakthroughs are hiding. Let's power down to power up. Number 8. The attention economy traps. So why is doing nothing so incredibly hard? Because there is a trillion-dollar industry actively designing systems to prevent you from ever having a quiet moment. Welcome to the attention economy. Every spare second of your day, waiting for the elevator, standing in line for coffee, the 2 minutes before a meeting starts, has been colonized by the screen in your pocket. These apps aren't designed to help you. They are designed to hook you. They use intermittent variable rewards, the exact same psychology used in slot machines, to keep you pulling that refresh lever. They have successfully convinced us that boredom is a failure state. If you are bored for 5 seconds, something is wrong, and you need to fill that gap with a dopamine hit from scrolling. We have forgotten how to just be in the world without a digital interface. We aren't using the tools anymore. The tools are using us, turning our precious downtime into their advertising revenue. We are voluntarily plugging ourselves into the matrix every time we feel a flicker of stillness. Number 7. The default mode network. But here is the science part that changes everything. When you stop actively focusing on a task, when you are just staring out a window, folding laundry, or walking without a podcast, your brain doesn't turn off. It actually switches on an incredibly powerful system called the default mode network, or DMN. Think of your focused brain as the day shift workers. They are busy processing data, answering emails, and handling immediate problems. The DMN is the night shift cleaning crew and the high-level strategists coming in after hours. This network is responsible for consolidating memories, planning for the future, reflecting on who you are, and most importantly, connecting dots between seemingly unrelated ideas. When you fill every spare moment with scrolling, you are effectively locking the doors and not letting the night shift in to do their job. Your brain becomes a cluttered office filled with unprocessed files. You aren't getting smarter by constantly consuming information. You're just hoarding data without ever giving your brain the time and space to turn that data into actual wisdom or insight. Number 6. The curse of attention residue. Furthermore, every time you quickly check something, you are falling victim to what Professor Cal Newport calls attention residue. You think you're multitasking, but you're really just rapid switching. Let's say you're working on a deep report, and you quickly pop over to check your email. You spend 30 seconds reading a message, then switch back to your report. You think you're back on track instantly, but you aren't. A significant portion of your brain's processing power is left behind, still thinking about that email. It's like sludge clogging up your mental gears. The more you switch, text, email, Slack, work, social media, the thicker this residue becomes. By 2 p.m., your brain is so gummed up with fragmented thoughts from 100 different contexts that you can't focus on anything complex. Doing nothing, true, uninterrupted breaks, is the only way to clear that residue and reset your cognitive slate. Without those breaks, you're operating at a fraction of your actual intelligence. Number 5. Boredom is the creativity faucet. This brings us to the biggest tragedy of the digital age, the death of boredom. We have weaponized our phones to eradicate boredom, not realizing that boredom is actually the fertilizer for creativity. Why do your best ideas always come to you in the shower, or while driving, or when you're about to fall asleep? Because those are the only times you are forced to be away from a screen, allowing that default mode network to kick in. When your brain isn't being force-fed external input, it starts generating its own output. It starts daydreaming. It starts problem-solving in the background. If you never allow yourself to be bored, you are turning off the faucet of your own ingenuity. You become a pure consumer of other people's content rather than a creator of your own. Digital minimalism is about reclaiming boredom as a necessary state for innovation. If you want to have a brilliant idea, you have to give your brain the quiet space to hear it. Number 4, the always-on anxiety loop. Beyond productivity, there's a massive mental health component here. Being constantly connected keeps your body in a low-level state of fight-or-flight anxiety. Your brain knows that at any second, a notification could ding, a new email, a breaking news alert, a text demanding a reply. This creates a background hum of vigilance. Cortisol, the stress hormone, is constantly dripping into your system. You are never truly off the clock, so you never truly relax. This chronic state of hyper-awareness drains your energy reserves. You feel tired but wired. Real rest requires the complete absence of potential interruption. Doing nothing isn't just about being lazy. It's a biological necessity to down-regulate your nervous system and tell your prehistoric brain that you are safe and don't need to be scanning the horizon for digital predators. Number 3, defining digital minimalism. So, what is the solution? It's digital minimalism. Now, don't panic. This doesn't mean throwing your phone in the ocean and living in a tent. Digital minimalism, popularized by Cal Newport, is a philosophy of technology use in which you focus your online time on a small number of carefully selected activities that strongly support things you value, and then happily miss out on everything else. It's about moving from compulsive use to intentional use. It's asking, does this app serve me, or do I serve it? It's realizing that you don't need to know what everyone from your high school ate for dinner last night to be a complete person. It's trading low-quality digital noise for high-quality real-world signals. It's about being the master of your tools, not the other way around. Number 2, action step, the 30-day reset. Are you ready to try it? The best way to start is with a digital declutter or a 30-day reset. This is tough medicine, but it works. For 30 days, take a break from all optional technologies in your life. Keep the stuff you absolutely need for your job or basic safety, but delete the social media apps from your phone. Stop reading the endless news cycles. No mindless browsing. The first week will be agonizing. You will feel the twitch to check your phone constantly. That's the withdrawal. It proves how addicted you were. But by week 3, something amazing happens. The fog lifts. Your attention span starts to lengthen. You rediscover old hobbies. You realize how much time you actually have. You have to clear the field before you can plant new crops. And finally, number 1, the action step, reclaiming solitude. The second crucial step is to actively reclaim solitude. Solitude doesn't mean isolation. It means freedom from inputs from other minds. Make a practice of doing things without digital companionship. Go for a walk without headphones. Eat lunch without your phone on the table. Sit on a park bench and just look at the park. It will feel incredibly awkward at first. Your brain will scream for stimulation. But sit with that discomfort. You are retraining your brain to be okay with its own company. You are reopening the lines of communication with yourself. You can't hear your own intuition if you always have someone else's podcast in your ears. So, we've learned that constant connection overheats your brain, kills your creativity, and keeps you anxious. But here is the final reveal, the big secret I promised at the start. We tend to think of productivity as the stuff we do, the emails sent, the code written, the meetings attended. But digital minimalism reveals that true productivity is actually defined by what you don't do. It's the negative space. Just like music needs silence between the notes to have rhythm, and a beautiful room needs empty space to feel luxurious, your mind needs emptiness to function at an elite level. The nothing isn't empty time. It's the most valuable time you have. It's the soil where your future successes are growing, so stop fearing the quiet, embrace the idle engine, because in a noisy world, the ultimate competitive advantage is silence. I'm Willow. Keep surviving, keep simplifying, and mind yourself.